So I have a fun nightmare here, this whole panel. The good news is I have this big box van that has damage down the side, this whole panel, and it's pretty sharp and deep. Then it's getting a new door, and it also has damage right here, right here. The good news is there's wide open access to get to the inside of this repair, so that's going to help because this metal is probably, actually I'm sure it's going to be stretched right here, so I'm more than likely going to have to do some heat shrinking to shrink where the metal's stretched out at that sharp point. The reason I'm not putting a new panel on is because the way the panels are layered, I would be dissecting a lot of this van in order to put a new panel on it, because everything's layered in a not good way for replacement. So I'm gonna start off by just driving some of this out. So most of this is actually working back into shape very well, with the exception of this sharp point, which I knew would be a problem. So I went ahead and I drove it out. Now it's basically sharp, but it's an outie. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do some heat shrinking on this. What I'll do to heat shrink it is I'm gonna get a torch out and I'll heat up right at the peak of this sharp high spot. I'm going to have another guy hold a dolly inside of here, and then once it's red hot, I'll hammer it and flatten it, and it'll shrink that metal back together. And you can see here, most of this worked out, except for I have this knot right here. So this front section right here, this is rolled in right here. Whenever I hold this gas door up to it, you probably won't be able to see it in the video, but it's rolled in right in this area. So I'm gonna zap this tab on here just to bring that edge out. So I have the door sitting on here, and this bottom section is still pushed in right in here. So I'm going to weld the tab right on the edge here and use that to bring this out. I'm going to put one more thin coat over the top of this. It's looking pretty good. There's just one little low spot. This side is coming out very nice. I have one little high spot right here, and I have a little low spot right here. So I'm gonna tap this down, and I'm gonna do a little wipe right there and right there.